ESPN Sports Network pregame show. I'm Dawson Peril, and joining me here once again is Coach Richmond. First off, Coach, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
But of course, tonight you guys will be facing off in your last regular season matchup of the season against the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Now, after a week of practice, what is your really game plan heading into tonight's game?
Well, we have to control what we can control. I mean, a lot of emotions and senior night. We've prepared for that, and but it's definitely nostalgic, and you can't lose yourself in that. And the way we look at this, the way I do as a teacher, is each week from here on out, it's going to be very emotional. It's going to be big swings, highs and lows, and we have to stay steady and consistent. So season's been a great test for us, and has got us ready and prepared, and we need to go out and play our game tonight. So.
Yeah, and a big name for the Golden Bears, of course, Eli Chapello at the quarterback position there. He's been the quarterback for about 3 years now, had some experience, plenty of it. But really when facing off against an experienced veteran quarterback, it's not your first time you've done this, but really when going into, what is your game plan when it comes to the defensive side of the ball?
Well, when I look at Shelbyville in general, I have a lot of admiration for their seniors. They've been through a lot. This is their third coach they've played for. Yeah. And unless someone's done that, you don't really know how tough that is. And so I have a lot of respect for Coach Parks, who's the defensive coordinator now. He's been coaching at Franklin College and a longtime teacher, coached there. He's been there, I think, 40 years. And Coach Fitzgerald, who's the head coach and offensive coordinator, he was there before. So, I think these seniors that they have, they play really hard. They're not where maybe we are. You look on paper, we're supposed to win this game, but their kids have a lot of guts, and they have a lot of toughness, and they play really hard for their coaches, and our guys recognize that. So we've taken them very serious, and we're excited for week 9 and yet another conference opponent coming in here. So, with that senior quarterback, he's kind of the guy that makes it go, but they have other guys as well. That play really, really hard for him, but he's the leader. There's no question.
Yeah, and of course, we were talking before the interview was underway about senior night, of course, senior night here at Pendleton Heights. And with that, of course, it brings an environment both on and off the field. So what does it really bring to not only the players, but the fans, just overall the community when it comes to Pendleton Heights football?
Well, I think it's recognition of years of service. I mean, some of these kids have played since they were in kindergarten, and they've played together that long. And so there's a lot of cohesiveness with families, with the players, and even with the fans. Some of these guys, there's some guys that played with them for a long time that maybe play soccer now or run cross country or maybe just focus on basketball or what have you. But I think that's the glue in the community is they're not just football players. I mean, a lot of these guys play at least one other sport. They're very active in their church. They're very active in the community doing different things. And I think that's the thing I'm proudest of these boys. I mean, they're not just football players. They are well-rounded young men, and their best days are ahead of them. I'm so grateful I've gotten a chance to be around them for as long as I have, and we don't want this ride to stop. So we hope this is a beginning, not an end. But it's definitely one of those things where you take a pause and you recognize all they've done for our school and for Pendleton, and it's an awful lot.
Yeah, and of course, you mentioned there a bit before how you guys are favored to win this game heading into it, but every opponent, it is a matchup, and no game is guaranteed. So, people use the word trap game, but it's never really a 100%. So how do you try to tell your players that?
Well, I mean, I was teaching Toby Richmond that yesterday, coincidentally. I mean, he was my 5-year-old was talking some smack, saying, "Hey, this was a gimme," and I'm like, "There's no game that's a gimme," So, trying to be a good dad when I can, but definitely can be a trap game if we allow it. And I think those are the things we must control. I mean, you can look at it in different ways, but I told the kids Shelbyville's got nothing to lose. I mean, they expect the unexpected, and we can't control the weather. It's a little dicey out there this evening, but it's October in Indiana, so we got to take what comes, and we don't always choose our path, but we can definitely choose how we go down it and stay focused on what we need to do when we need to do it, and that's where I can really lean on these seniors. They are steady. Guys like Nick Trout, Dresden Roberts, Isaac Wilson. I mean, they just they keep things calm and they keep things focused. And there's others where I just said 3. There's 3 more I could tell you about, and just really proud of how they've done that. And that's going to be a key to tonight, because it's not just I'll be shocked at the end of the game if it's a start to finish and we don't see anything weird with weather. We don't see anything, maybe a delay, or you never know. It's just it's a weird weather pattern kind of coming at us. So with the emotion before, weather during, we've got to maximize the time that we have and do the best we can while we're at it.
All right, but with that being said, that is all the time we have. Once again, Coach, thanks so much for joining me. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Go Arabians.
Putting up 30-some points. So I think although the rain might have an effect like we saw last week, I don't think it'll slow down Pendleton's offense, again, as we saw last week.
Absolutely, I agree. If it has any effect, it'll almost be positive,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When you have a run game as strong as ours, you feel pretty strong about, having to stick to the ground. So, Dresden had a crazy game last week, so feel good. Not too scared about the rain.
Oh, no, definitely not. You mentioned there Dresden Roberts. He's going to be a big name here this evening. Of course, Keaton Jones, the junior running back that was really starring on this team, had a huge second half of the season. He's still inactive. So, again, we'll be seeing a lot more of Dresden Roberts, maybe a bit of some of the other guys in that running back group. They had a great week last week, but I think you got to mention the quarterbacks, right, for Pendleton Heights. I say quarterbacks because, you got Isaac Wilson, but also Colin Frank, who they incorporated a lot in the offense last week against Yorktown. He had just as many passing attempts as Isaac, and although they didn't necessarily do a great job last week, I don't think they had a touchdown. They might have had a touchdown in the air, but I knew they had one interception. So not great, but definitely not bad in any means. So Shelbyville, we talked about in that pregame with Richmond. It's a trap game. Shelbyville over these past couple years, they definitely have been one of, if not the worst team in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. As I was mentioning there in our opening segment, Jackson, they had only about 3 wins for the past 3 seasons, but they're definitely turning around. They're getting their program back together. They got a pretty good coaching staff, as Coach Richmond was talking about in that interview. So I think Pendleton Heights, for the mental side of things, you got to head into this game with 100% effort, and you can't give it anything less than that. But with that being said, we will take one last short break. When we come back, kickoff up next. So don't you guys go anywhere on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
91.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEN.
We welcome you back here to John Broughton Field on the Arabian Sports Network pregame show. If you're just tuning in alongside Jackson Todd, I'm Dawson Pearl. We got just a bit longer before we get underway here this evening. So until then, taking a look at our starting lineups, couple movements. Of course, we were mentioning there in that previous segment, we'll be seeing a lot more Dresden Roberts, Bo Surface, Nick Trout, maybe some of the other running backs as Keaton Jones is inactive. Another key inactive to mention for Pendleton Heights, Caleb Day. He's been He hasn't been playing, I think, since that Mount Vernon game was his first game out. So, Pendleton Knights definitely is cutting back on those formations where they include the tight end. But last week you saw a bit of Ashawn Singh last week when they ran tight end. But again, they're kind of drawing back on that. You got a couple tackles out. Gabe Martin, replacing him will be Peyton Pollock. Peyton Pollock, their last home game, saw both sides of the ball. He's been great in both the tackle spot and the in spot. So there's been a couple inactives here and there, and of course you're going to see that in this latter half of the season. But Pendleton Knights has done a great job filling in those holes and finding the right guy. But Pendleton Knights will start out with possession here. Coach Richmond, he always likes to start with the ball if he has a choice, as he wants to set the momentum straight, and hopefully they'll do that here. Of course, back there to return for the Arabians, as usual, that is Clint Miller, as well as Dontrez Braxton. Clint Miller averaging 25.5 yards a return this year. And then kicking off for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, that is Aiden Health Vasquez. This ball will be high over there to the right side, fielded around the 20-yard line. And the running, and the return man for the Arabians will be wrapped up and brought down just past that 30, and that's where Isaac Wilson and the offense will get set here, 1st and 10, as they take the field for the first time tonight. And Isaac Wilson, of course, we were mentioning there last week, didn't see much in the air. Of course, it was a rainy day at Yorktown, but here today, if the weather, of course, doesn't impact them too much, we might see a bit more from the air game out of the Arabians. But 1st and 10, Isaac Wilson shotgun formation. Got a receiver to his right, 2 to his left. Play action, he'll draw back to throw, in trouble, fires deep, and it is incomplete. Nearly had his man. I think that was Caden Sims on the target. Couldn't pull it in. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Dawson, something you need to look at is whenever Bo surfaces in, the odds of it being a pass play are pretty high, and if you're a Shelbyville and you've done you've watched your film, you probably know that. He's not had a lot of touches. He's a big blocker for the Arabians, so whenever Bo's in, you definitely need to watch the pass.
2nd and 10 now, ball remaining on the 30-yard line. Wilson shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. We'll get a handoff here up the middle on a 2nd down for the Arabians. It's going nowhere. Gain of just a yard on 2nd brings up 3rd and long for the Arabians. And that was Dresden Roberts on that previous carry again, going for just 2 yards, 3rd and 8 now.
Dawson, we talked about it last week, but these early tough up the middle runs are really what wears the defense out. So. Exactly what we said last week. We're not super worried about, maybe a subpar run in the first quarter.
So 3rd and 8, ball now on the Arabians' 32-yard line, shotgun formation. Isaac Wilson, he'll look back to throw, steps up in the pocket, scrambles, takes it himself, and it looks like he will get the first down and a bit more. He's wrapped up by the ankles past the 40-yard line on the 43. Pendleton Knights getting their first down of the game.
Great block by Reese Reddington there, allowing Isaac to get the first down. There was a defender coming in pretty hot, and Reese picked up the block.
And those wide receiver blocks, so crucial, especially on those breakout plays down the field. Reese Reddington did struggle on that homecoming matchup against Delta, had 2 holds that were called back, 2 touchdowns, but looks like he, as you mentioned there on that play, definitely showing some improvement. 1st and 10, Wilson, shotgun, trips out left. We'll get a handoff here to Bo Surface for the first time tonight to the left. This will go nowhere. It looks like a loss of about a yard on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 11 for the Arabians from their own 42-yard line.
Pretty good little hole up the middle there. Probably, could have cut it back inside, but it's easy to say when we're up here, but pretty nice little hole up the middle, and tried to bounce it outside.
No score yet. Pendleton Knights currently with possession of the football. 2nd and 11 from their own 42-yard line. Wilson here. Shotgun once again. He's got 2 running backs in the backfield with him, that being Dresden Roberts and a Bo Surface. A bobbled snap. Wilson recovers, tries to make something out of nothing, but he'll be brought down deep in the backfield. A loss of about 3 yards on 2nd and long. Will set up 3rd and even longer now. Eyeballing it, looks like about a 3rd and 14.
Looks like the snap was a little high, but good job by Isaac Wilson just getting the ball under control and, not allowing a turnover.
So Arabians here met with an early test. 3rd and 13 from their own 40-yard line. Wilson, shotgun. Shelbyville shows blitz. Wilson doesn't take the snap. Calls an audible here. Shelbyville sends heat. Quick throw for Wilson. He finds Caden Sims across the field, breaking out into open space, and is finally brought down by the ankles, but not before taking it inside Shelbyville territory, down on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Arabians.
Reese Reddington and Drake Stevens, allowed that play to happen. Great job by Sims running after, picking up yards after the catch, but both those two receivers, picking up blocks were super, super big there.
Yeah, and great job by Isaac Wilson picking up on the blitz, reacting, throwing that quick slant route for the first down and much more. Now 1st and 10. Wilson, shotgun, quick throw, got a screen pass to the right. It's Nate DeRolf. DeRolf breaks out into space at the 10. 5 and is finally brought down inside the 5 on the 3, maybe 2-yard line. Arabians now set up with their first and goal of the game, now inside scoring territory.
Great play by DeRolf, just making the catch. It was a tough catch, and then, running through and making some moves and running the ball.
Yeah, and great blocks there on that screen. Again, it was a wide receiver screen to the right. I think that was Caden Sims and Reese Reddington who had those 2 blocks and allowed Nate DeRolf to get deep downfield. But 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, Arabians. Shotgun formation. Wilson will try it himself up the middle. It looks like he will be counted just short, shy of just about a yard. So 2nd and goal. Arabians have a couple more chances to get this thing in here.
We know the Arabians love, their Isaac Wilson. He's such a key player in this offense, and, he shows why every single week. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's so versatile.
2nd and goal now. Wilson, shotgun, spread formation. Surface the running back with him. Wilson will look back to throw, fires deep over to that left side of the end zone, but it falls incomplete. He had a receiver. That was Caden Sims out there on that left side of the end zone, but just overthrew him a bit. Incomplete, now 3rd and goal.
Sims made a great move there. If he could have held on to that, he was almost completely uncovered. Great move.
3rd and goal here. Looks like Colton Frank will be coming in as quarterback for the first time tonight.
Oh.
And you got Eli Arthur and Isaac Wilson as the backs in the backfield with Frank. Looks like we got a keeper here by Colton. And Frank is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arabians. I think that was Colton Frank. It's tough to see from up here, but I think he had the QB keeper. Ran it into the end zone. Arabians get scoring started here now up 6-0. Dominic Apo taking the field, attempting the extra point.
I believe that was a read option.
Yeah.
Just a high-level play, by Frank, just, showing his football IQ there.
And Colton Frank, a lot of these opposing teams focus on Isaac Wilson and his athleticism. Colton Frank will sneak up on you. He definitely has some athleticism that he can break out on a run and surprise you with his speed. The extra point is good. 7-0 our score. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Broadcasting from the WEEM studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson, this is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. On the scoreboard, Pendleton Heights with the lead, 7-0 now. 7 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Dominic Apo and the kickoff unit now on the field to kick it off for the first time tonight to the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Back there to return for Shelbyville. That will be Axel Conover. Of course, Dominic Poe in the pass, a struggle with kicking the ball out of bounds. This one, it looks like will be straight and high, fielded around the 10-yard line. And Axel Conover will be taken down at the 30, and that's where Shelbyville will start off here, 1st and 10, as Eli Chapello and company will take the field for the first time tonight, trailing 7-0 on the scoreboard. And for Pendleton Heights and their defense, of course, so far this season, I think dominant is the best phrase to put it, allowing only an average of 11.5 points a game, allowing only an average of 85.3 passing yards a game.
Lots of senior leaders on this defense, for sure.
But here, 1st and 10, Chapello, shotgun formation. You got a wide receiver screen to the right. It looks like this one will be dropped. Refs are going to say it is a forward completion, so it looks like that will be an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Yeah, we were talking there. Chapello has been this starting quarterback for the Golden Bears for about 3 years now. This year, a total of 18 touchdowns, both in the air and on the ground, and then 4 interceptions. Good a handoff here on 2nd down. This one will be swallowed up by the Arabians. This was Martin on the carry, going for just about a yard. Brings up 3rd and long for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, and the Arabians with a chance to get off the field rather quickly with a 3-and-out if they can get a stop here.
And that was Peyton Pollock, one of those senior studs that we were just talking about, shedding a block and getting the tackle, maybe even in the backfield.
7-0 our score, 6 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first quarter. Arabians show blitz. Chapello drops back, fires short, finds a receiver, but that one is going for just about 2 yards, nowhere near as much as they needed for the first. Brings up 4th and long. It was Luke Brinkman on the catch, and Shelbyville will be forced to send out their punting unit as they hope to get this one deep into Pendleton Heights territory. Out there to punt for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, that is the senior Parker Jackson. Jackson on the year, 30 punts, averaging 30.2 yards a punt. As long as 54 yards, he's got quite the leg. He'll get this one off cleanly. Fair catch called by Clint, and he'll pull it in on the 30-yard line. And that's where the Arabians will set up their offense, 1st and 10, as they come on the field for the 2nd time tonight. That first drive, of course, it ended in a touchdown. It was Colton Frank on the keeper. It was a solid drive, right? Not too many hiccups. I think you saw 1 third down, and that being the 3rd and goal where they scored. So, I think if you're Pendleton Heights, you're hoping to just recreate what you had there in that first drive.
Consistency, right? That's what we talked about last week, that they're doing very well this week, not just scoring off of these huge plays.
So 1st and 10, Wilson, shotgun. He'll throw here another wide receiver screen, this time to the left side of the field to Rolfe. Once again, carrying defenders down with him. He'll be tackled on the 45-yard line. Nate DeRolf moving, that's Drake Stevens moving the chains, 1st and 10.
I was about to say, Nate DeRolf had a nice block on that play. Nice block. He was their lead blocker on the screen, so shout out both those guys.
So 1st and 10 now. Ball on the Arabians' 45-yard line. Wilson, shotgun. He's got trips to his right, one receiver to his left. Looks like we got someone jumping here early in the trenches from the... it looks like this will be an offside. I was just about to say, from where I'm looking, it looked like one of the tackles there for Shelbyville just jumped early, and sure enough, offsides, 5-yard penalty. 1st and 5 now for the Arabians from midfield. Wilson, same formation, shotgun, trips out right. We'll get a carry here from Wilson to the right. He's got blockers, breaks out across the 1st down marker, just shy of the Shelbyville 40-yard line. Arabians continue to move the chains here. They're marching back into Golden Bear territory.
And that's what makes Isaac Wilson so dangerous on this offense. He makes things happen. You know, you can't, that's, not a, obviously had good blocks, but, it's not like someone else just completely allowed for that to happen. He just makes things happen. He's explosive. He's something special.
So 1st and 10 now. Ball now on Shelbyville's 42-yard line. Wilson shotgun formation. Man in motion, that's DeRolf to the left. DeRolf will get it on the jet sweep. And DeRolf will be taken down, not after getting 8 yards on the jet sweep. 2nd and short now for the Arabians.
Nice little flip by Isaac. Solid little play. And this is what we want. You know what I mean? Nothing huge, nothing crazy, just, consistent, solid, just good football.
Frank coming in here as quarterback once again. Of course, he had the touchdown on the previous drive. Frank, the junior, has seen 44 attempts in the air this season, 264 yards, 5 touchdowns and 2 picks. He'll line up in shotgun here on 2nd down. We'll get a carry here to the left for the Arabians. This one going to create a pile. Looks like it's going to be pushed for, looks like not the first down. It's very, very close. If anything, it's 3rd and inches, and it looks like that's what the refs will call it. 3rd and very short for the Arabians here. We'll see what Coach Richmond draws up, as it looks like Colton Frank will stay in here as quarterback.
That was a great, very experienced-looking run by Nick. Kind of, not hesitating, but staying in the backfield, allowing his hole to develop, and seeing it open and then busting through it. So, very experienced-looking run by Nick.
3rd and short, shotgun. Frank, Arthur in here as the back. Frank takes it himself up the middle on the draw. This will be enough for a 1st down. He gets across the 30, just shy of the 25. New set of downs for the Arabians inside Shelbyville territory. And, of course, this past Sunday, Pendleton Heights, their sectional matchup got drawn. They were going to be facing off against the Greenfield Central Cougars in the 1st round of sectionals. That coming, of course, next week. So here, 1st and 10. Shotgun. Wilson looks to throw. Finds Reese Reddington on the quick out route. Reddington be taken out of bounds across the 20-yard line. It looks like he'll be out on the 16. So Arabians continue to move the chains now inside the red zone.
Dawson, this is exactly what we were asking for last week.
Yep.
Exactly. Playing this well and blowing teams out, but with just a little more consistent play. And this is exactly what you want to see heading into sectionals.
Wilson, shotgun, 2nd and 1. Looks back to throw, fires over the middle. It's caught there. Looks like that's Drake Stevens on the catch over the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Drake made a nice move off the line there and allowed him to catch that ball. So
1st and goal for the 2nd time tonight for the Arabians. Ball on the 6-yard line. Arabians with the lead 7-0, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the 1st. Wilson, shotgun. 2 receivers, to his left, 2 to his right. He'll look back to throw. Fires, finds Drake Stevens. It looks like he dropped it there. You're hoping that wasn't a catch, because say it was, it would be a fumble out of the back of the end zone, Shelbyville football, but it looks like the refs will call it incomplete. So with that 2nd and goal, again, say that was a catch and say he fumbled out of the back of the end zone, that would have been a touchback, Shelbyville football. But luckily for the Arabians, they're going to keep the possession here. Again, 2nd and goal from, it looks like, the 1-yard line. Wilson in here as quarterback. He'll keep it himself to the left, and it looks like he will get in for the touchdown. 2nd quarterback touchdown for the Arabians. The 1st from Colton Frank, the 2nd from Isaac Wilson. As now Pendleton Heights jump to a 17-0 lead as Dominic Capoe takes the field for the 2nd time tonight, hoping to retain perfect on the season. So far, he's 28 for 28, that is. Holder in here for the Arabians, that's Reese Reddington. Got a good snap, good hold, kick is up, and through the uprights. Arabians now leading 14-0 against the Shelbyville Golden Bears. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. We'll take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome to the Arabian Roundup with your host, Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers. The Arabian Roundup is here every Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. The show rounds up your morning thoughts as they discuss the craziest of topics. From dad jokes to the latest Taylor Swift songs, the Arabian Roundup is here to perk up your mornings here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. 14-0 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Dominic Capo and the kickoff unit out here once more to get this ball away to the Shelbyville Golden Bears for the second time tonight. Once again, back there to return for Shelbyville. That is the senior Axel Conover. And I was mentioning there, of course, this past Sunday, Pendleton Heights had their first round of sectionals drawn. That will be against the Greenfield Central Cougars at Greenfield Central, the exact same matchup as last year. And, of course, earlier this season, Pendleton Heights lost a heartbreaker against the Cougars, as it looks like this one will be fumbled into the back of the end zone. This ball is live. He's got to get out of there. That was Axel Conover, the return man for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, muffing the return. Fumbling it. It went to the back of the end zone. He was debating whether to pick it up, but that's a live football. You touched it, and it processed, and he picked it up, and luckily for the Golden Bears, he did get out of the back of the end zone, but he's really at the 1-yard line here. So 1st and 10 now, Pendleton Heights. Defense in good positioning. Refs talking it over a bit, seeing what they're going to call it. Call is going to be a touchback.
Oh.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe it might be a rule. It might be a rule where even if you touch it, but I'm not sure. Either way, 1st and 10, Shelbyville, ball on the 20-yard line here. Of course, their first drive ended in not the best way, 3 and out. They're hoping for a bit more success on the offensive end of the ball. Chapello here, 1st and 10, will line up once more in shotgun formation. He's got 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. We'll get a keeper here from Chapello on 1st down. He'll get swallowed up. Nice job by the Arabians' inside linebacker picking up on the keeper. He will get a yard there on 1st down, now 2nd and 9.
Something that I've loved from our Arabian defense today is the gang tackling.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing 3 or 4 guys on the ball carrier every single play, and that's awesome to see.
So 14-0 our score, just under 2 minutes to play. We got a Shelbyville Golden Bear down here on the field, so we will take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Opportunity for student athletes to grow and develop in the second classroom and to protect high school sports for future generations to come.
Champions of high school sports are just one of the many reasons that education-based athletics in Indiana are so special.
And the easiest way to be a champion is by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic event.
This is showing support. This is championing high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. Just tuning in alongside Jackson Todd, I'm Dawson Perrell on the scoreboard. Pendleton Heights currently leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears 14-0 with just about 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Just taking a look here, we have a bit more time. The Golden Bear players still down on the turf. So as we were just mentioning there on that break, Jackson, Pendleton Heights first round of sectionals, they'll be facing off against the Greenfield Central Cougars. And then for Greenfield, of course, You look back to their first matchup against Greenfield in the regular season. That was at home September 8th, and they lost to the Cougars in a heartbreaker, 43-38. And I'm not going to lie, Jackson, obviously I knew the sectionals were going to be drawn. I was hoping that the Pendleton Heights Arabians were going to get Greenfield Central, and I know it might be interesting to hear that because Greenfield's such a good team, and they're 100% one of the best. In my opinion, maybe not the best. New Pal, of course, took down the Cougars, but one of the best teams in the sectional. But I still think I would really like to see a rematch of these two teams. Of course, you look back to that first game, Greenfield Central had 2 good onside kick returns, and say they don't get those, I think it's a completely different ball game, and Pendleton Heights has a good chance to walk away with a win. So I think it'll be a great game, and of course sectionals, it's all or nothing. It's you win or you go home, and there's a lot of seniors, right? It's senior night here at Pendleton Heights. It took a while naming all those names, about 20 or so. So I think just having that motivation of this could be our last game as Pendleton Heights Arabians is also going to give both teams a boost. But I think with just the amount of seniors Pendleton Heights has, I think it's just going to give them even slighter of a boost over the Cougars. And again, I think it's going to be a phenomenal matchup, and I just can't wait to see who can walk away with the win there.
I agree, Dawson. I agree. I think so with the players.
Yeah.
I interviewed Bo Surface and Keaton Jones actually right after that loss to Greenfield, and one of my questions for them was, what games before the season did you have circled? And they said the Cougars.
Yeah.
That's becoming a rivalry. And especially as the games get closer and closer, that the rivalry will definitely start heating up. But yeah, so I agree. I think the players would probably agree as well. I don't think they'd want it any other way, and I definitely see them playing pretty hard.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of other players mentioned that, right? Even heading into this season, a lot of players mentioned that they can't wait for that Greenfield Central game, right? They can't wait to get their revenge on the Cougars. And unfortunately, they weren't able to do it in the regular season, but they have a chance to do it in the playoffs. And I think that's why I'm so excited, and I think that's why the players are so excited. And I think it's really just, it doesn't seem real, right? It seems too perfect for Pendleton Heights to get the Cougars again in the sectionals and get another chance at them, because if they can win, it'll be so special. And Shelbyville's player here that was hurt, he'll be taken off the field. He looks all right. So we're going to resume play here. 2nd and 8. Shelbyville with possession of the football. Ball on their own 22-yard line. Chapello here, shotgun formation. He has 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, with a back behind him. So we've got play action here. Chapello swings out to the right, finds his man on the quick curl route. Solid catch. It's not enough for the first down. It's Conover on the completion. But again, not enough for the first down, 3rd and short.
Eli Arthur putting pressure on the quarterback. That's exactly what you want. You never want your quarterback, flat-footed, just slinging the ball. So whenever you can have pressure on him and get him moving a little bit, then it's always a nice touch.
3rd and 1 here for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Pendleton Heights Arabian showing blitz. Sends some heat, fires quickly, and that's batted down, incomplete. I think that was Andrew Evans on the bat down. Brings up 4th and short, and Shelbyville has a decision to make. Yeah, it's only 1 yard to gain, but on top of that, you're on the 29-yard line, and it looks like Shelbyville will send on their punting unit to get this ball away. And I think that's a smart move here. Although you are trailing 14-0, you need something to happen. If you give the Arabians the ball on the 29-yard line, even if you give them the chance to have that opportunity, I think it's almost an automatic they're going to score. So they will punt this ball away. It'll roll out of bounds just past the 40-yard line inside Arabian territory. So for the 3rd time tonight, the Pendleton Heights Arabians offense will take the field 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Moving the defense a little bit, that's what's so nice about our defense is there's no holes.
Yep.
You look at the D line and you go, there's some studs. You know what I mean? Like, you just feel good about every single position. There's not, we stop the run, but we give up big plays on in the air, and that's the opposite. We're sound.
1st and 10. Arabians will look to throw. Fires over there on the quick out route. That's Isaac Wilson to his receiver, Drake Stevens. It'll go for just about a yard. A very short gain on the pass from the Arabians. 2nd and 9 now, ball on the 42-yard line. Under a minute to play in this first quarter. Arabians with the lead 14-0.
Drake showing off his size there. Corner came in pretty hot, and he just rolled with it.
So again, 2nd and 9 now. Wilson once more shotgun formation. He's got trips near side. We'll get a carry here to the left, but Shelbyville was all over that play. Stuffs it behind the line of scrimmage. It was Clint Miller on the run there. But again, that going nowhere. Loss of 2 yards on 2nd down. Now 3rd and 11. Coach Richmond, it looks like, will call a timeout here. His first of the evening. We'll stay right here, though.
Not much Clint could have done there.
Yeah.
Not much Clint could have done there, and I think that's probably what played into this timeout is O-line with some not great blocking, and Richmond came out, and you could see him, saying something to him. So,
scoreboard, again, 14-0. Arabians with the lead, 21.8 seconds to play at the timeout. But be sure to bring our music and Arabian sports everywhere you go by downloading our app on your phone. Whether you're on the run, in your car, or at work, listen to us live. Go to the App Store today and download our app on your Android or iPhone for free. Listen today here at 91.7 WEEM. 3rd and very long here for the Arabians, 3rd and 11. Wilson, shotgun formations. Got 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Man in motion. That's DeRolf to the left. Looks to throw. Fires quickly on the slant route once more. This one going to Caden Sims. It'll fall incomplete. Excuse me, that was Isaac Wilson there on the pass. So incomplete. 4th and 11, and the Arabians with the obvious choice here to punt this ball away to the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Out there to punt for the Arabians, that is the senior Wes Kupferer. He had a pick last game. He's averaging 38.5 yards a punt. It's a high snap. Wes has to fall on this football. Does. 1st and 10, and that's tough. Shelbyville will start here 1st and 10 deep in Arabian territory on just about that 10-yard line after the bad snap on the punt for the Arabians. And that's something to mention. Caleb Day, the usual long snapper for Pendleton Heights, he's out. I think it might be Nick Trout in there as the substitute. And I don't know if it's just this ball is getting a bit wet, it's starting to sprinkle out here, or it's just, stuff like that happens either way. But that's going to be a high snap. Shelbyville now 1st and 10 from the Arabians' 11-yard line. Chapelot, shotgun formation. Looks like we're going to get another timeout here. This one will be once more Coach Richmond. Looks like he was going to want to talk things over with the defense, but 91.7 WEEM is a student-run radio station. We provide everything from programming to music to live sports broadcasts and podcasts, but we can't do it without your support. Everything we donate, goes to the students that operate 91.7 WEEM. Donate today at 917weem.org. Again, that's 917weem.org. But Jackson, you look at the conference standings currently. New Pal on top, 6-0 in the conference, 6-2 overall, and they're in a 6-game winning streak. Coming in at 2nd, that is Greenfield Central. They're 5-1 in the conference. At that 3rd spot, it's the home team here this evening, the Pendleton Heights Arabians. They're 4-2. That's their current conference record. Then in 4th place, Delta, 5th, Mount Vernon, 6th, Yorktown, 7th, Shelbyville, and then finally rounding out the group at 8th is the Newcastle Trojans. But 1st and 10, once more, Chapelot, shotgun formation. We'll get play action. Quick throw to the left, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Arabians. It's Drake Stevens. He's going to take this ball back. A 90-yard pick six for the Arabians. It's Drake Stevens to the house.
Huge.
That's the Arabians' third defensive touchdown of the season. They had a pick six and a fumble recovery. That's their 2nd pick six of the year. The Arabians now will go up 20-0 on a absolutely huge play.
Dawson, not only was that a great play by Drake Stevens here, making a read on the ball and cutting in front, but also that's huge for the momentum.
Yeah.
After punting, after the muffed punt or whatever, and and then running an interception back like that's huge for the momentum of a game.
Dominic Poe for the extra point. It is up and good. Pendleton Heights jumping out to a 21-0 lead. First quarter comes to a close with that play there, so we'll take a quick break. Second quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to John Broughton Field on the Arabian Sports Network. 21-0 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead starting the second quarter here. Dominic Poe out to kick this ball away to the Shelbyville Golden Bears after the pick six from the Arabians. It was the senior Drake Stevens with the pick six on the previous, on the last play of the first quarter. This ball fielded around that 15-yard line for the Golden Bears. Take it out to the 25 for being wrapped up by several green jerseys. And that's where the Shelbyville offense will set up here, 1st and 10. So Bo Surface with the tackle. And, of course, Shelbyville still looking to get any point of any sort on the scoreboard. You had a chance there at the end of the first quarter. You had the ball on the 10-yard line, 1st and 10, but Eli Chapello reacted a bit too quickly. It was picked off, and, of course, I was just mentioning taken all the way back for a pick six by Drake Stevens. And, Jackson, you mentioned there not only is that 6 on the scoreboard, but the momentum, right, that is really demoralizing for a squad. We'll see if Shelbyville can kind of climb back on this downhill battle now. We'll get a carry here on 1st down out of the quarterback. Looks like Arabians thought they had the football on a fumble, but refs will call him down. It was a keeper by Chapello there on 1st down. That was Eldridge with the tackle. So now 2nd and 10 for the Golden Bears.
Dawson, this is what you'll see. If the momentum stays on one team's, favor for, too long, you will see the other team start to crumble and really fall apart.
2nd and 10. Chapello, shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. We'll get a handoff here on 2nd down up the middle. Breaks out to the 2nd level. Forbrian brought down. Looks like the ref will call it a 1st down, so Shelbyville move the sticks. 1st and 10 here. Umbrella's coming out on John Broughton Field. Rain coming down pretty heavy now. Of course, we already saw several effects on the game. A high snap for the Arabians on a punt that set up the Shelbyville Golden Bears at the 10-yard line, and then some other, just slick plays you can kind of tell from even up here. It's having an effect on the game. We got a carry here on 1st down for 3 yards by the Shelbyville Golden Bears, 2nd and 7.
Some chippiness coming from the Golden Bears. Also, like last week, conference rivals, you'll tend to see that.
So 2nd and 8 after the carry on 1st down for the Golden Bears. Chapello, shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left.
Some possible confusion.
Yeah. Looks like, sure enough, they're going to call a timeout. Shelbyville with their first timeout of the game. As Jackson, you just mentioned, there a bit of confusion to look like, but we'll take a quick break with them. Again, scoreboard 21-0. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 10 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the first half. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to this rainy senior night at John Broughton Field. On the scoreboard, Pendleton Heights leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears 21-0 with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 2nd and 8. Shelbyville will keep it on the ground here with yet another carry. This one going for just about 2 yards. Sets up 3rd and short. That was once again Chapello on the carry up the middle. That was Libler on the tackle again, now 3rd and short for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Got a tight formation here on 3rd down out of Shelbyville. Chapello, shotgun. A running back behind him. Chapello looks back to throw on 3rd down. Keeps it himself, scrambles out left, and he is hit and brought down shy of the 1st down marker. Shelbyville with yet another 4th down decision here. It'll be counted as a 4th and 3.
They might go for it here, Dawson.
Yeah, we'll see. Of course, trailing 21-0, you need any sort of points. So I think going forward isn't the worst idea. And on top of that, of course, you're on the 43-yard line. Yes, it is your own 43, but say you don't get it, it's not the... You're not setting up the Arabians with the best field positioning possible. So Chapello will line up here, shotgun formation on 4th down. He has trips to his right, 1 receivers to his left. We'll get a keeper here to the up the middle. It looks like the refs will say he has it. It was a close call, but sure enough, he did get there. So 1st down, Shelbyville's decision to go for it on 4th pays off, and Shelbyville will move the chains. Ball now on their own 46-yard line.
Not a bad play by the Arabian, just, good drive by the Golden Bear O-line and picked up the 1st down.
1st and 10 now. We'll get a carry here up the middle by the Shelbyville Golden Bears. This one going nowhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and in fact, it looks like he'll lose about a half a yard on 1st. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Shelbyville Golden Bears.
Beautiful play by Eli Arthur there. It was pretty slick. Coming off his block from the other side of the field and making a play.
So 2nd and 10 now. Chapello once more will line up here. Shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his left and a running back behind him. He'll look back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his receiver on the quick curl route. This one will go for 5 yards. That is Axel Conover on the catch. Gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and 5 for the Golden Bears, now inside Pendleton Heights territory.
Also, I'm still seeing the, fire in this Arabian defense, even though, Golden Bear offense hasn't been, putting too much pressure on them. You know what I mean? So everyone's still flying around out there and, still making big hits and still playing with ferocity.
Chapello, shotgun. Get a carry here on 3rd down. Once again up the middle. This one not going anywhere as Conover on the carry. Will get about a yard, but nothing much else. Now 4th and 4 for the Golden Bears. And once more, it looks like they're going to stay out here. Ball on the Arabians' 48-yard line. 4th and 4. Arabians with the lead, 21-0. Chapello, shotgun.
It's like trying to get the defense to jump off sides.
Chapello will look to throw on 4th down. Fires deep to the left sideline. He has his man. It is caught. A nice throw from Chapello. It was complete there to his receiver, Brent Jean, but that was some burnt coverage there from the Arabians, and just like that, Shelbyville now deep in Pendleton Heights territory on the 21.
Credit where credit is due, Dawson. I mean, nice play by the Golden Bear offense, and especially in this rain, holding on to a ball like that. not quite 50-50, but still definitely contested ball. Nice play.
Chapello dropping back. Doesn't see much. Decides to throw it away. This might be picked here. It looks like it is. What an interception for the Arabians. Chapello just tried to throw that ball away.
Who was that?
That was Nolan Souders, the All-State corner with the pick. We got a penalty marker here, but again, Chapello, he just tried to throw that ball away. He had no intended receiver, and Nolan Souders came flying in.
Wow.
It was on the sidelines. Looks like the refs did say he got his toes in bounds, but again, there's a flag here, but it looks like the Arabians' defense will come on the field. It was on Shelbyville. Of course, that is declined. And Arabians with yet another interception, this one from Nolan Souders, his 5th pick of the season. And the offense will take over 1st and 10, ball on their own 21-yard line.
Wow. I mean, I think that's how you describe that play, Dawson. Nolan Souders comes flying in and makes a leaping catch for the interception and somehow keeps his, toes in bounds. So, what a play.
Shotgun for the Arabians here on 1st down. He got trips to the left. Get a carry here up the middle. This is Bo Surface.
I saw it.
Looks like this will go for nothing on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10. We got a late penalty flag here. My guess is this is going to be a personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Now, question is, which team are they going to call it against?
Defensive holding, maybe?
It seemed late. So we'll see. It looks like Pendleton Heights is kind of setting up their huddle in the same spot. So, yeah, it looks like they are going to say this one is against Pendleton Heights. It is personal foul here. So, tough to see that, but loss of about 10 yards with a personal foul. Now 2nd and very, very long for the Arabians. Ball now on their own 7-yard line. Wilson, shotgun. Got a carry here on 1st down. Excuse me, it's not 2nd and long. 1st and long. No, it is 2nd down.
If you're the Arabians right here, you're probably going to get ready to launch this ball.
Yeah.
Even in the rain. Obviously, don't give up your safety, but see if you can get the big 1st down, and if not, punch it away. And you have faith in your defense, and that's what's nice about having such a tough defense.
Yeah, it's really coming down now. 3rd and looks like about 3rd and 15 here for the Arabians. Wilson looks to throw, fires, finds his receiver. It's Reese Reddington on the catch. Unfortunately, it is just about 5 yards short of that 1st down marker. So now 4th and 5. Arabians will send out the punting unit. Of course, you're deep in Shelbyville territory, or your own territory, excuse me. You don't want to take any chances here going for it. So Wes Kupfer will take the field for the 2nd time tonight to punt this ball away. Now, you might want to be worried here. Of course, the previous punt, a high snap. So you got to be careful here. No, I don't want another situation like that.
Oh, my
sure enough, this time a low snap. Wes Kupfer does recover, and he does get the ball away. Nice job by Wes, and this is a solid punt, too. Getting to midfield. Doesn't take the best bounce, but a nice job by Wes. This time it was a low snap. It was really into the end zone, at least just on that goal line, but Wes Kupfer picked it up and got it away, so looks like refs are talking it over here. I'm not sure if there's a flag and they're going to redo it or what, but
something.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to redo this punt. And no one coming on the field, no one coming off, so my guess is there was some sort of flag. My guess would be on the Arabians, but either way, we're going to get a redo on the punt here.
Personal foul, maybe? How far they backed them up?
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be against the Arabians here. But once again, Wes Kupfer now back into his own end zone on the punt. It was a personal foul. Not sure exactly who it came from. But here now on 4th and 14. Again, Wes in his own end zone. We'll get a timeout here by the Arabians. Scoreboard 21-0, 4 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the first. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
Open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. More information is available at twistersodabar.com. Twisters Soda Bar.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to John Broughton Field on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. Pendleton Knights currently with possession of the football, but they're going to be punting this one away. 4th and 14 from their own 10-yard line. Wes Kupfer punting this from his own end zone. This one, solid punt and a good bounce. Wow. Bouncing into Shelbyville territory. It'll flatline here on the 35, and that's where Shelbyville will take over. A nice punt from the senior Wes. Setting up Shelbyville in not the worst field positioning, but definitely not the best. Again, he was punting from his own end zone, so 1st and 10, Shelbyville here from their own 36-yard line.
Shelbyville takes over 1st down and 10 at the 35.
A little bit of a frustrating last couple minutes for the Arabians, but not like, doesn't quite feel like the tide of the game is changing or anything like that, but definitely would like to, straighten the ship a little bit.
1st and 10, Chapello, shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. We'll get a quick check down here by Chapello. Finds his running back out of the backfield. This will go for 4 yards here. It was Axel Conover with the catch.
Golly.
Go for 5 yards, it looks like. It's now 2nd and 5, and looks like we might have another personal foul here.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty
I'm not
pretty
sure
blatant.
What happened.
Pretty blatant there.
With that personal foul, of course, it'll give Shelbyville a 1st down, and it'll put them inside Pendleton Heights territory. Ball be marked on the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shelbyville. For Pendleton Heights, Shelbyville, they haven't really gotten into Arabian territory themselves. Both times they've been inside Pendleton Heights territory, it's either been on the high punt or here on this flag. But now 1st and 10, Chapello. Shotgun formation. You got trips to his left, 1 receiver to his right, and a running back in the backfield with him. He'll look back to throw, but this play will be whistled off. Looks like this will be a false start here against the Shelbyville Golden Bears. That'll push them back 5 yards. Remain 1st down here, 1st and 15 now. So 1st and 15. Shelbyville trailing the Pendleton Heights Arabians 21-0. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter. Eli Chapello remains in the shotgun. Trips out left. Get a handoff here on 1st down. Up the middle. This one going for 5 yards.
Big Zach Jacobs playing a big part on that play. He's just so big. You know what I mean? He almost covers 2 holes by himself. So look at him. And look at him move right now. He's stud.
Yeah, Arabians definitely going with a bit more interesting lineup. Of course, you're up here 21-0. Sure, it's still not even halftime, so this game is all but locked away. But at the same time, I think you can, throw in some experimental formations, throw in some guys you don't usually get out there for varsity snaps, see what they can do. But here on 2nd and 10, Chapello will look back to throw, doesn't see much, tries to take it himself. He does get back to the line of scrimmage. It's about 2 yards, but nothing much else. It was Eli Libler on the tackle from behind. Now 3rd and long.
Dawson, like you said, in this game here, if I'm Coach Richmond, I'm probably thinking, let's kind of, not risk injuring any of our, big players for next week. But also let's, sharpen our, sword. Let's fine tune some things and get ready for next week. So, there's a fine line between, pulling everybody out for, injuries and things like that, and also, wanting to, perfect your craft.
We got a timeout here by Shelbyville. It's going to be their second of the night. 21-0 our score. Pendletonites with the lead. 2:11 left to play in the second quarter. We'll stay right here. Check out the PHHS daily announcements anytime on 917WEM.org or wherever podcasts can be found. Keep up to date with what's going on in and around Pendleton Heights High School with the PHHS daily announcements wherever podcasts can be found. But, of course, it's 3rd and 8 here. Shelbyville with possession. You're trailing 21-0. Ball on the Pendleton Heights 42-yard line, And for Shelbyville, obviously, this rain, I think, plays just even more of a challenge. Not only are you trailing 21, but it's going to be tough to really get the ball moving with this rain. You're going to be kind of hesitant to throw the ball, and with that, you're going to be tough to put points on the board quickly. So we'll see exactly how Shelbyville plays it. I'm sure they will try to throw the ball and do anything they can to get this offense going, but we'll see here on 3rd and 8. Chapello shotgun. He will look back to toss. Steps up in the pocket, doesn't see much, scrambles, has the first down, past the 40, and will be pushed out of bounds just shy of that 20-yard line. New set of downs for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, 1st and 10. Pushing the red zone here, 1st and 10.
If you're Shelbyville, you don't necessarily need a miracle, to win this game, but maybe everything but. You're definitely going to need to, light a fire and get going and, maybe start looking for some big plays.
So 1st and 10. Chapello once more will line up here. Shotgun formation. He's got trips to his right this time. And one receiver to the far side. Get a keeper here out of Chapello on 1st down. Gain of 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Shelbyville Golden Bears from the Arabians' 20-yard line.
Gator 2 in the play, 2nd down and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. 21-0. Pendletonites with the lead. Minute 30 left to play in the second quarter. Chapello. Shotgun. Sticks with the same formation we've been seeing. That is trips to his right and one receiver to his left. Chapello looks to throw, fires in zone, and that'll be nearly intercepted. It falls incomplete. I think that was the safety, Clint Miller there. The intended receiver was Luke Brigman. That was Drake Stevens, Stevens had a chance to pull in his second interception of the night, but just couldn't get a grip on the slick football, and it'll fall incomplete. 3rd and 8 now for the Golden Bears.
I'd be surprised if we don't see another interception from Golden Bear offense, just out of necessity almost. You know what I mean? They're going to have to start slinging this football and, take some risks if they want to win this game, because obviously what's happening right now is not working.
3rd and 8, Chapello drops back. Once again, will take it himself for a keeper. He'll get enough for the first down, but we do have a flag here. And from the positioning of it, it looks like there's going to be a holding here against Shelbyville, so that is really unfortunate. You had enough for the first down, but take that off the stat sheet, and on top of that, push them back number of yards. Looks like it'll now be about 3rd and 20 here for the Golden Bears. Arabians trying to get yet another defensive stand here on 3rd and 20. Under a minute to play in the first half. 21-0 our score. Chapello, shotgun. It's a low snap. Chapello just falls on top of it. Tries to not let any interception or turnover happen there. You got another penalty marker, but again, this one, we'll see if it's against Shelbyville. My guess is Richmond will just decline it and That'll be a 4th down, and sure enough it is. So Richmond will decline the penalty there. It was an illegal shift against Shelbyville. So with the decline, it's now 4th and very, very long. 4th and 25, and Shelbyville kind of in a tough spot, right? I think it's too short of a field to punt, too long of a field to try the field goal, so they're going to stay out here, and although it's 4th and, again, about 25 here, they're going to try the miracle throw. Chapello looks to toss, finds his receiver on that 20-yard line, but he doesn't have enough for the first down, so that'll be a turnover on downs against Shelbyville. Pendleton Heights and their offense will take over. 1st and 10. Ball on that 25-yard line. It was Clint Miller with the tackle. Now, you got 22.5 seconds to play. We'll see how Pendleton Heights plays this. You know, I don't know. You have the lead, so I don't know if there's any need to take a shot. And, of course, you're deep in your own territory. So it wouldn't surprise me if Coach Richmond just sticks to the ground game, runs it once, heading to the locker rooms. But say Bo Surface here, the running back in for Pendleton Heights, has a breakout. Well, we'll see. Wilson keeps it himself, flips sides of field, but he is going nowhere. About a yard or 2 gain on 1st down. And Pendleton Heights has a chance to end the half if they want to, and it looks like they will. So that'll do it for the first half. On the scoreboard, Pendleton Heights leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears 21-0. We will take a quick break. When we come back, Braden Folk was able to sit down with senior offensive lineman Bryant Davis and Reese Schnepp for our halftime interview. That'll be on the other side of the break here on the Arabian Sports Network halftime show, 91.7 WEEN.
Not everyone can be a champion in.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The W
Sports. I'm Paul Knighty.
Sports Network halftime show, 91.7 WEEM on the scoreboard. Pendleton Heights leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears at the halftime break, 21-0. Taking a look now at the scoring summary for that first half. Pendleton Heights got the scoring going in the first quarter with 7 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the first, with a Colton Frank keeper to the left for the 1-yard rushing touchdown. Dominic Poe with the extra point, good to follow. That gave Pendleton Heights the 7-0 lead early, and then with 2 minutes, 21 seconds to play in the first, Isaac Wilson ran it to the left for the 1-yard touchdown. Once again, Dominic Poe with the extra point, good, and then at the very end of the first quarter, it was a pick six from Drake Stevens. Eli Chapello tried the wide receiver screen to the right, and Drake Stevens just jumped in front of the pass, took it all the way back to the house. It was about a 90-yard pick six out of Drake Stevens. That was the second pick six we've seen out of the Arabians this season. The first, of course, out of the senior Drake Stevens, and that, of course, gave Pendleton Heights the 21-0 lead to into the first quarter. And in the first half, of course, the second quarter was scoreless by both teams. That, of course, Shelbyville, but also including the Arabians. So there's definitely improvement to be had. I think, personal fouls were trouble. We saw a couple of Pendleton Heights hits after the play's over, some chippy shots, and for Pendleton Heights, you just can't have that. You're winning 21-0, and I think, yes, that might not encourage you, but that might, you might be more I guess almost more encouraged to chip. They won't. You almost think it doesn't matter, but it does, right? In a serious matchup, you can't have that. In a matchup where it's close, and next week against Greenfield Central, because it is for sure to be a close game, you just can't have that, because those 15 yards penalties, they can kill you no matter the scoreboard. So Pendleton Heights, I think that's something that Coach Rischen, I'm sure, covered there in those locker rooms at the half break. But Pendleton Heights will be kicking this ball away to start the second half, as of course they started with the ball in the first half. Back there to return for the Shelbyville Golden Bears, once again, that's the senior Axel Conover. He fumbled a punt there in that first half, and of course this ball is pretty slick, so you got to make sure you can recover it before you try anything downfield. This one will be caught at the 10-yard line, taken out by Shelbyville. The return man will get back to the 30-yard line, but nothing much else to follow that. So 1st and 10, Chapello, and the offense takes the field here once again. First time for the second half, looking for their first score for the evening.
Dawson, if you're the Arabians, you need to be looking at this game right now as, also, kind of like a tune-up for next week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fix some things, get ready to rock and roll for, a big sectional game away against a very tough opponent.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. Shelbyville, shotgun formation. Got two running backs in the backfield, along with, of course, Chapello. Get a keeper here out of the quarterback. This one will go for 2 yards on first down. Brings up second and about 7 here. So scratch that. It's about a 3-4 yard carry on first. Now 2nd and 6 for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Ball now on their 30-yard line.
And that's where you see that gang tackling coming into play. Eli still on a block, but getting an arm out there and, getting it on the runner. And then, who was that? Clint Miller coming in and, finishing the runner off.
Chapello, shotgun. This play will be blown off. Got a flag here. This will be a false start against the Golden Bears, so it'll push them back 5 yards, remain 2nd down. So after the penalty there, it'll be a 2nd and about 11. And that's something Shelbyville struggled with there in that first half. Had a couple penalties before snap. He had an offsides in the first quarter and then a false start in the second quarter. But now 2nd and 11. Ball on their own 27-yard line. Shelbyville, shotgun formation. Chapello will look back to throw. Fires. Caught there, breaking out into open space. A nice catch by the receiver there for Shelbyville. I think that was Luke Brinkham. That was Grant Sheen, who got into Arabian territory after the catch. He'll be downed on the 49-yard line. So that'll be enough for a first down for Shelbyville. Again, now in Arabian territory on the 49. First and 10. Shelbyville. Pistol formation. Trips to the left. Chapello looks back to throw. And he is brought down, sacked in the backfield by several Arabian defenders. It's Eli Arthur in there. Looks like he's going to get credit with the sack. A loss about 4 yards on first down. Brings up second and 13, for Shelbyville. 21-0 our score. Pendleton Knights with the lead. 10 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. Chapello remains in the pistol. Trips out left. Looks back to throw once more. Fires left side. Incomplete. Dropped by Luke Brinkham, the senior. 3rd and 13 now to follow.
That's where you'll see this rain start playing a factor and really start hindering the Golden Bears' offenses. It's hard to get big plays and especially through the air with this rain.
13-3 after the drop. 49-yard line. Shelbyville's 49, that is. Chapello looks back to throw. Fires left side. It's picked off. Picked off by the Arabians once again. That is Wes Kupferer with the interception. He had one last week against Yorktown, getting his second interception of the season in back-to-back weeks. Arabians now take over 1st and 10 from the Shelbyville 49-yard line, up 21-0. That's the Arabians, their 3rd interception of the game.
Yeah. 3 interceptions in a game is, tough, and especially when the rest of your team isn't, firing on all cylinders. So,
get a screen here to the left. This one goes to Nate DeRolf. DeRolf jukes his way out of defenders before being brought down just shy of that 45-yard line. Gain of 2 yards on first down brings up 2nd and 8 for the Arabians. And for Pendleton Knights, heading into this game, they had 15 interceptions. They lead the team in forced turnovers, or lead the conference, in forced turnovers. And now with 18, I think they're just adding more numbers to that gap. So now 2nd and 8, shotgun. Wilson get a carry here up the middle. I believe this is Eli Arthur on the run. This will be a gain of 3 yards, 4 yards on second down. Brings up 3rd and short for the Arabians.
Maybe another read option by Isaac.
Yeah.
Looks like he made the right decision. Big hole up the middle. But I think that's what you're looking for right now, Dawson, is just, solid 3 or 4, 5 yards every single play, march down the field. Maybe a little less aggressive than we have been and just, march down the field, score, and kill the clock.
Got an Isaac Wilson carry here up the middle. It'll be not enough for a first down. He's just about a yard short. So 4th and 1. Ball on Shelbyville's 40-yard line. Arabians, looks like they're going to stay out here and go for it on 4th down. 21-0 our score. Pendleton Knights with the lead. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Isaac Wilson on 4th and 1. Shotgun. He has 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. That is Clint Miller in the backfield. We'll get a keeper here once again by Isaac Wilson. He'll have enough for the first down and a bit more. Brought down by several Shelbyville defenders there past the 45 on the 34-yard line. Or past the 35 on the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. First and 10 for the Arabians here. Ball on the 29. Wilson. Shotgun. Bow surface to his left. Trips out right. Wilson will look back to throw. Fires deep downfield. It is caught. Man. Caught there by, I think that's Reese Reddington. That is senior to senior. Isaac Wilson to Reese Reddington for the first down and much more. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line after the huge catch by Reese Reddington. Arabians wasting no time getting to the line here. Wilson, shotgun, trips to his right. Receiver to his left. Bow surface will stay in here as the back. We'll get a keeper here from Wilson to that left side and a touchdown, Arabians. Isaac Wilson takes it into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 27-0 our score now. Pendleton Heights has a chance to make it 28-0 with this extra point as Isaac Wilson runs it in for, again, his 2nd touchdown on the ground of the night, his 9th of the season.
That may be the nail in the coffin, Dawson.
Yeah, but of course, you got 6 minutes, 47 seconds to play in the third, and then you still got a whole quarter in front of us. So, yeah, I think when it comes to, bringing in your subs, bring in some JV guys, bring in some guys you don't see getting too much playing time. I think, yeah, in Pendleton Heights we might be seeing a bit more of that, but you still got to keep your foot in the gas, right? There's no need to slow down, but 28-0 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 6 minutes, 47 seconds.
At Pendleton Heights, radio is a huge part of our lives. From programming to social media to podcast to sports, our student-run radio station is dedicated to informing and entertaining everyone in and around our campus. We're with you every step of the day. Whether it be in your car, in class, at lunch, or at work, we're here to provide you with the local news and the best songs. Experience the full impact of radio today by tuning in to 91.7 WEEM. To learn more, go to our website at 917weem.org. We're here for our community.
Message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Bring our music and Arabian sports everywhere you go by downloading our app on your phone. It's called 91.7 WEEM. Whether you are on a run, in your car, or at work, listen to us live. Go to the App Store today and download our app on your Android or iPhone for free. Listen today here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to John Broughton Field on the Arabian Sports Network. 28-0 our score with 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Pendleton Heights just kicked this ball off to the Shelbyville Golden Bears. As Eli Chapello and the Shelbyville offense will take the field here once again, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Eli Chapello will line up shotgun, pistol formation, 2 receivers on both sides. He'll look back to throw. Steps up and is brought down. Gain of 3 yards on the quarterback scramble, maybe 4. 2nd and 6 remaining for the Shelbyville Golden Bears.
Arabians aren't bringing too much pressure. Not being too aggressive here on defense. Dropping back their outside linebackers into coverage. So, obviously just trying to, not let any big plays happen and, kind of let their D-line do their thing.
And 2nd and 5 now. Chapello once more, pistol formation, trips out right. We'll get a carry here to the right by the back for Shelbyville. This one will go for 3 yards, brings up 3rd and short.
Tackled by senior number 83, Andrew
That was Andrew Evans with the tackle there. So now 3rd and 2. Ball on the Shelbyville 35-yard line. Shelbyville sticking to that same formation. Haven't seen too much outside of it so far this evening. Get a carry here once again to that right side of the field by Shelbyville. This time it's stuffed. That was Luke Jackson with the run, and that one really going nowhere. A loss of about a yard brings up 4th and 4, and Shelbyville will be forced to send out the punting unit once again as Parker Jackson takes the field to punt this ball away to Clint Miller, who's back there to return for the Arabians. He's averaging 9.5 yards a return. His longest on the season was a 38-yarder. That a touchdown against Mount Vernon. This is going to be a short kick. Solid bounds, but it'll go out of bounds just shy of the 45-yard line. That is the Arabians' 45-yard line. So Arabians will start here 1st and 10. Looks like Isaac Wilson will stay in here as quarterback. We saw a bit of Colton Frank there in that first half, but Isaac Wilson definitely, scratch that. Colton Frank will be coming in. I saw Isaac Wilson. He is in the huddle, but not in as quarterback. He'll be in as either running back or wide receiver. So the junior Frank will take over here in shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, none to the near side, the left. Got a carry here up the middle. I do believe this is Nick Trout here. This will be a loss of a yard on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Arabians. It was Jacob Harker with the tackle for Shelbyville.
Obviously a loss of a yard by Nick there, but, kind of what I said about Eli is I don't think there's too much he could have done. Yeah. Honestly, Nick has really surprised me. Looks like a very experienced, ball runner. Probably that rugby helps a lot, but yeah. He just looks very calm and collected in the backfield and waits for things to open up, but has looked really good as a running back tonight.
So 2nd and 11 now. Wilson will look back to throw, fires, finds his receiver. That's Reese Reddington on the quick out route. It looks like he might be just shy of that 1st down marker. And it looks like he is just about a yard short, so 3rd and a yard here for the Arabians. Wilson will stay in as quarterback.
Drake Stevens ran a little go route there and left him almost completely uncovered. They were so worried about Drake. He's having such a night that, no one was even in his area.
So 3rd and 1. Isaac Wilson keeps himself up the middle. It's going to be a close call. Looks like he does have enough. It's my guess.
Yeah.
Ref's yet to give the signal. Might have to send out the chains here. We'll see. Again, that was a run here up the. That was a run there up the middle by Isaac Wilson. It is enough for a 1st down, so Arabians will keep those chains moving. 1st and 10. Ball on the Shelbyville 46-yard line, or 44-yard line. Pardon me. Wilson, spread formation. He'll look back to throw. Steps to his left, in trouble, and throws it away. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now.
Probably the best move he could have done there, really. I mean, our O-line, letting up a little bit here. Had quite a few guys on him, and wide receivers were covered pretty tightly. So, good job not giving up the sack. And what's going on here?
I'm not sure. I was talking over something, but as you mentioned there, a nice job by Isaac Wilson. Not forcing anything, right? You don't want to force a ball that maybe you shouldn't, and on top of that, a sack. Although it's better than throwing it up, it is, if you can throw it away, it's definitely recommended to do so. And especially in that situation where, say, he was brought down, that would be a loss of a good 7-8 yards. Yeah. So now 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Wilson, shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Wilson on the fake handoff will keep it himself to the right, and this is going nowhere. Flags fly in, I do believe. This might be a horse collar.
I was about to say, that's what I thought.
Or a face mask. Either way, they did come in on the tackle, so say it is against Shelbyville. That'll be a 1st down, automatic 1st down for the Arabians. Ref's talking it over. He did get tackled behind the line of scrimmage there, but that won't matter as we got a face mask here against Shelbyville. And with that personal foul, it'll push the Arabians up 15 yards, automatic first down. Now on the Shelbyville 30-yard line, 1st and 10. So they're marching down this field once again here.
If you're Shelbyville, Dawson, that is frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. You get from, tackle behind the line of scrimmage to march 15 yards downfield.
Wilson looks to throw on 1st down, steps up, tries to get away. He cannot. Brought down. Luckily, it's only a loss of about a yard on the sack, so 2nd and 11. Now for the Arabians, maybe 2nd and 12. It's Jack West on the sack there. That'll be the sophomore's 2nd tackle for loss on the season. So now 2nd and 12 for the Arabians. Wilson, shotgun, 2 receivers, far side, 1 near side. Play action, he'll look to throw, fires deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Nearly had his man, but it looks like that one was broken up by the safety there for Shelbyville. After the incompletion, 3rd and 12. Yeah, it looks like it might have been tipped in the air or something, but either way, it's going to fall incomplete here. So Pendleton Heights, I think you're going to be looking down the field. Of course, a 1st down would be nice, and I mean, a field goal, it's already far enough, and I think in this rain, Dom has a leg, but I don't know if he has that much of a leg. So maybe you just get enough for a field goal. Wilson takes it himself, scrambles, has the 1st down, a flag on the turf, still on his feet.
Wow.
And he looks like he will be pushed out of bounds. Man. No, it's a touchdown. Excuse me, a touchdown, but in my guess, this one's going to be called back. My guess is a holding. It's hard to see as that far side of the field, but sure enough, Isaac Wilson got into the end zone. A very nice job breaking tackles, but this one's coming back.
That's the worst. That's the worst play you could have got holding on.
And I was talking there in that first half. 2 weeks ago against Delta, Pendleton Heights had 2 touchdowns called back on holdings. So
tough.
Yeah,
that is not
very
the play.
Demoralizing, but on top of the callback touchdown, will push back them handful of yards. Now 3rd and about 26, they'll call it. Now I think, Jackson, you think he just fired downfield, try to hit someone on a streak route or go route? Or
probably.
I mean, again, realistically in this weather, I'm thinking a field goal range would be on that 20-yard line, but that's where that 1st down marker is. So I don't think there's really any chance for a field goal here, because even if you get in range, it's probably enough for a 1st down. It looks like we do got a timeout here on the field. Again, 28-0 our score. 2:02 left to play in the 3rd. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM on the scoreboard. The Pendleton Knights Arabians leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears here 28-0 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Pendleton Knights currently with possession of the football as well as the lead. It's 3rd and 22. The ball is on your own 40-yard line, 42-yard line to be specific. So for Pendleton Knights right now, I think you maybe just fire downfield, try to get the 1st down. Of course, 22 yards is quite the feat, but you've been explosive on offense, and just including how shifty these wide receivers are, how speedy the Arabians wide receivers are. I think a 22-yard pass is definitely not out of the photo, so we'll see what they do. This might actually not have been a timeout, excuse me. There might be something wrong with the field here. I'm not entirely sure. You got some of the student managers for Pendleton Knights out there midfield. It's tough to see. There's a lot of rain here on the window, but yeah, it looks like they're doing something with the field, so not entirely sure what's up. It was not a timeout, but we're going to take a look here at some of the other conference games going around. The Hoosier Heritage, of course, I was mentioning. You're at the last game of the regular season, and this conference is pretty tight. I don't think there's a chance for any movement. Maybe if Greenfield or if New Pal loses, which I don't think they will, but maybe if they do, then Greenfield has a chance to take the first, but even then they won't. So not entirely sure if there's any chance for any movement, but taking a look here, Greenfield Central currently up against the Newcastle Trojans, 42-14. That's in the third quarter. New Pal leading the Delta Eagles 21-0. That's at halftime. Yorktown Mount Vernon is currently playing at Mount Vernon. Excuse me. Don't have the score for that one currently. 3rd and 22. Wilson back to throw, sheds a sack, fires deep, and that is batted down and incomplete. A nice effort by Wilson. Just couldn't get it down there. Intended receiver was Caden Sims. So 4th and 22. Pendleton Heights will punt this ball away. Now this is where I think, the good punters are separated from the mediocre punters. Power is not necessarily the number one goal here. You got to get it in the right spot. You got to get in the right accuracy. Because, again, you're inside Shelbyville territory, ball on the 42-yard line. We'll see what we do. It's Wes Kupfer out here to punt this ball away.
Oh,
looks like it is nice. Right where he wanted it, pinned inside the 5. A good punt.
That might be at the 1.
Wes.
Wow, I think that's at the 1.
Yeah, it was Greil.
That is at the 1.
It was Greil with the catch there at the 1, who actually caught the punt, fielded it. Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. A safety in the picture here from Pendleton Heights. You look back 2 seasons ago, Eli Limbler had a safety against Lebanon on the first game of the year, and I don't think we've seen a safety since for out of Pendleton Heights.
Love to see some pressure here, maybe.
Yeah, PA says it's a half-yard line, so
wow.
Yeah, I think you definitely send in your blitzers and see if you can bring down the quarterback. It looks like Chapelo will once again be a shotgun, or maybe under center. This will just be a quarterback sneak. He's just gonna take it himself under center and try to get out of the end zone.
Chapelo keeps it.
Yeah, Chapelo will keep it again. Gain of about a yard or 2. Yeah, 2nd and 8, so solid carry there. A nice job by a push out of the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Once more, Chapelo will line up under center. We'll get yet another quarterback carry up the middle. This one will go for, again, a yard or 2, so now 3rd and long. So you're getting out of the goal line situation, but you're not getting much, and I think at this point you might have enough room to try something, but at the same time with this Pendleton Heights defense, you might not even want to take that risk. 28-0 our score, just about under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 3rd and 7 is where the ref fields it. Chapelo will line up here in the pistol. Got a low snap, and this one, Chapelo looks to throw, fires, finds a man wide open on the right side of the field, breaking tackles, finally brought down on the 25. So Shelbyville not only gets out of the tough situation, but on top of that, they'll get a solid gain on 3rd down. It's Fitzgerald with the catch. He'll be tackled around that 25-30 yard line. So 1st and 10 now for Shelbyville. For Shelbyville, of course, looks like this will do it here for the third quarter. Yeah, they won't run another play here. So after 3, Pendleton Heights leading the Shelbyville Golden Bears 28-0. We're going to take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Coaches and teachers come together at the school to cheer on their student athletes.
Celebrating high school sports unites us all, and that experience is essential to the pride and passion of an entire community.
Be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is unity. This is pride. This is your IHSAA.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to John Broughton Field on the Arabian Sports Network. 28-0 our score. 11 minutes, 44 left to play in the fourth quarter. We saw a little wildcat formation here out of Shelbyville. Luke Brinkham lined up shotgun, and he threw it to the quarterback, Eli Chaplow, for a gain of about 15 yards. So I guess you could say the trick play worked for Shelbyville, as now they're set up just outside of Arabian territory. Chaplow gets it on the carry here on first down, and he'll get a good 9 yards. Brings up second and short. Scratch out. Looks like they're going to give him the first. Yeah, sure enough, it is going to be a first down for Shelbyville here. Ball inside Arabian territory now on the 43.
A little bit of life from the Golden Bears here, but
Chaplow hands it off up the middle on first down. This one will go for just about a yard. Nothing much else to show for it. Second and 9 now. That was Donovan Martin on the carry up the middle. Second and 9 now, ball on the 43. So we'll try finally getting a drive here together now. The only thing is, can you cap it off with any sort of points? Chaplow, shotgun, pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Chaplow. Well, play action here. Looks downfield. It is incomplete. He had a man down the field. Looks like it was broken up there by the defensive back for the Arabians.
Dontrez.
I think that was Dontrez Braxton, yeah. So a nice break up there. Brings up 3rd and 9 for Shelbyville. 28-0. Pendleton Knights with the lead. 10-15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Arabians fans, at least the few that are remaining, trying to make some noise here.
Yeah, student section, I think, is...
Yeah, props to the people still there.
I think it's empty. I think there's, let's count, 2, 4... I think there's 8 kids over there.
Chaplow dumps it off to the receiver there. That is, Donovan Martin with the catch there. The running back out of the backfield. Not enough for a first down. Now 4th and 6th for the Shelbyville Golden Bears. 4th and 6, not 6th. 4th and 6. Shelbyville will go for it here. Chaplow, shotgun, trips to his right. Receiver near side as well. That's Donovan Martin behind him. Chaplow looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, runs into his own man, and he goes down. That was Baylor Ward, the guard, his right guard he ran into. He didn't go down, but after he ran into him, he lost all his speed, and Arabians defenders came in, brought him down. Turnover on downs now. Pendleton Knights taking over 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was not the most elegant of plays, but
So for the Arabians, of course, you got 28 points on the scoreboard. Your last drive ended in a punt. So you'd like to get a bit more out of this one here, starting from your own 38. Colton Frank is in here as quarterback. Shotgun. He's got trips to his right. Isaac Wilson in his motion to the left. Frank might have lost his football here. Now fumble. He tried to throw it to the other quarterback, Isaac Wilson, but that ball was stripped away, and sure enough, it's a turnover. Shelbyville's offense doesn't really get a chance to take a breath as they're right back on the field, 1st and 10 after the fumble recovery.
Wet ball. Not too much to say. You know, my sisters play soccer, and you'd probably hear them say, unlucky. You know, they say that a lot. Just an unlucky bounce, an unlucky, it's just unlucky. So I wouldn't sweat that one too much. Obviously, you're not happy about it by any means. I still got to go get a stop on defense here, but just unlucky.
Play action. Chapelot drops back, fires deep, has a man. It is caught. Nope, incomplete. Nearly had it. It's dropped. 2nd and 10. Pendleton Heights getting away with one there, as that guy definitely had the defenders burnt, but Pendleton Heights, you look back, earlier on in the season, they kind of struggle with fumbles, right? You look back to that Newcastle game, I think in total they had 3 fumbles, and since then, they did a very good job with reacting to the problem and fixing it. Since then, they haven't had a single fumble, not a single loss since that Newcastle game, believe it or not. And that was really the first one that they lost, that is. I don't know if it's the first that they've actually fumbled, but it's the first that they've given up to the other team. So, although, it's tough to see the streak in, it was a very good streak on top of that. So, again, as you mentioned, unlucky there, ball wet, but we got a timeout here from Shelbyville. We will take a quick break with them. 28-0 our score. 9 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the 4th on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
WEEM.
Welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM, 28-0 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead, 9 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Shelbyville currently with possession of the football, 2nd and 10 from the Arabians' 35-yard line. Chapelot, shotgun, man in motion to the right. That is Donovan Martin behind him as the running back. Trips out to the right. Receiver near side. Chapelot will look to throw. Fires to that right side. It is nearly. It looks like it might be picked off. It's a close call. It is indeed intercepted. Who else but Nolan Souders? His 2nd pick of the game. Now 6 on the season, as he continues his dominance at the cornerback position. 1st and 10 now for Pendleton Heights. And you take a look at Nolan Souders. I was doing the stats today heading up to this game, and I was saying, I was like, he has 10 tackles heading into this game, and I thought that was low, and I kind of realized that's because that's how good he is. The ball doesn't even go his way. He doesn't have a chance to get tackles because he's a lockdown corner. He doesn't let a quarterback even think of throwing the ball his direction, and on top of that, he still has 6 interceptions. So even when the ball does get thrown his way, more than often, he's picking it off. So phenomenal corner. He was All-State last year. I would be so surprised if he doesn't get it this year. He's one of the best players I've seen, whether on Pendleton Heights or on the opposing team, whoever that is, and he's continuing his dominance. We've got a run here for Pendleton Heights on 1st down, going for a yard, 2nd and 9 after that. Yeah, but just phenomenal player, senior here. They're going to miss him
for sure
next year. 2nd and 9, Pendleton Heights will look to throw, fires over the middle. It is caught. This is, I do believe, Nate DeRolf on the catch. That's Colton Frank, by the way. Yeah, that is indeed junior to junior. Colton Frank to Nate DeRolf. It'll be enough for a 1st down here. Arabians keeping this ball moving. 1st and 10, ball now on their own 33-yard line.
You could see that connection coming in very helpful for the Arabians next year. And if you're Jed Richmond, you're definitely, knowing that you're getting Frank in here purposefully for that. You know what I mean? You got to start playing for the future this year, and that 1-2 combo is going to be huge for you next year.
We got a Clint Miller carry here. This one going backwards, a loss of 3 yards on first down, second and about 13 now. And you mentioned there for Colton Frank, and I agree, right? You want to give him snaps now, but I think on top of that, he's that good of a quarterback, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's because it works with both Isaac Wilson and Colton Frank on the field at once. And Pendleton Heights, I think they're definitely swinging more to a passing side of things with Colton Frank. Again, as I mentioned earlier, he has sneaky athleticism. He can run it, but he's a good thrower. He has a great arm, and he's one of the players that if I ever come back and watch a game, I'm going to be watching him because he has so much potential for his senior year next year. Great size, again, great arm, and overall a great player. But we got an incomplete pass here, I do believe. With that, it'll be 3rd and 13 now. Ball, once again, remains on the Arabians' 24. Looks like we got Isaac Wilson. No, it looks like this will remain Colton Frank in here as quarterback. Again, 3rd and 13. He's got trips to his right, one wide receiver to his left. He'll look to throw, fires to the wide receiver screen, finds his man. That's Nate DeRolf, and DeRolf fighting for extra yards, but that is nowhere near enough. About 8 yards short of that first down marker, so 4th and 8 now. Pendleton Heights will send out the punting unit for yet another punt. Of course, the previous one pinned on the 1 yard line. We'll see if he can do this again.
Oh, some movement. Don't think they're going for it here, or a trick play, but
we'll see.
Some movement.
Yeah, this one will be punted away. High punt, caught on the 39-yard line. That's where Shelbyville will set up 1st and 10. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Broadcasting from the WEEM studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson, this is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Arabian football on 91.7 WEEM.
28-0 our score. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Got a carry here up the middle out of the Shelbyville Golden Bears on 1st down. It'll go for a yard. That was Donovan Martin, the sophomore, up the middle. After the carry, 2nd and 9.
By number 76, Bryant Davis, and number 59, Eli Libler.
It's Bryant Davis as well as his partner in crime, Eli Libler. 2 edge rushers with the tackle. 2nd and 9, ball from the 40. Chapello, shotgun, trips out right. 1 receiver to his left, as well as a running back behind him. Arabians. Linebackers dropping back. Chapello drops back as well. Doesn't see much, takes it himself, reaches for the 1st down, but he is not close, about 2 yards short. Now 3rd and short here, 3rd and 3 or so for Shelbyville. That was Bo Surface with the tackle. And here on 3rd and 3, I think you're thinking four down territory. Of course, it's only 3rd and 3, so I think you're thinking to get it all here on this down. But say you don't, my guess they're going to be going for it. I mean, you're down by 4 scores, 5 minutes left. I'd say Pendleton Heights has this one wrapped up, but Shelbyville doesn't mean you don't still give it all your effort. Chapello once more, shotgun, looks back to throw. It's in trouble, and he is going to be brought down. Sacked. Several Arabian defenders there on the sack. Ryan Kiesling, that'll be his 3rd sack of the season, and with that, Shelbyville now set up with a 4th and 7, and they're going to send out the punting unit. Kind of surprising here.
And Dawson, Kiesling, I've seen 2 of his sacks, one last week, one this week, and they are both when he is being blocked and his arms are just so long, he literally just reaches around the blocker. You know what I mean? He drives, he's got nice long legs, and he just drives and gets his hand on the quarterback, and it's just...
This punt will be taken out here by Clint Miller. It took a bounce, and he decided to pick it up and run with it, but it was hit instantly. And that's something what Coach Stroud mentioned on an interview we had a couple weeks ago. Clint Miller, he's the punt returner, and he will do anything if it means to not call a fair catch. He wants to have a chance on everything, and that last play showed that pretty well. There was a player right in his face, and he still decided to field that football and got hit pretty hard. But, I mean, that's definitely – I think that's a good thing, right? That's a guy that they're going to give you everything, even if it means, taking a couple of hits.
And that's something playing with these guys all throughout middle school and, elementary school that I kind of know about these guys is they're all such jokesters and fun-loving kids, but it's also like, big run. Yeah. But it's also like they're hard-nosed. You know what I mean? At the same time, they're a perfect balance. They're not very black and white. They like to joke and have fun, but gosh, they will, they're not afraid to put their nose down.
This will be a first down carry by Nick Trout. He'll have enough for a first down, about an 11-yard run out of the senior. So Arabians now 1st and 10, ball on their own 32. They're leading Shelbyville 28-0 with 4 minutes to play. Get yet another carry here up the middle for the Arabians. This one going nowhere. It was Bo Surface with a carry. He'll get a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. The Arabians at this point, you just got to attempt to just rewind this clock all the way down. You got just under 4 minutes to play now and maybe walk away with the win. But say you don't, of course, you're up by 4 scores. It's not necessarily the worst thing if you don't carry this game out on this drive, but I think the goal is you do. Looks like Frank will be in here as quarterback. First down. Get a jet sweep going to Reese Reddington to that left side. Reese Reddington tries to get the corner. He does. He'll be pushed out of bounds. Around that 40-yard line. It looks like he might be just shy of the first down marker. Ref still yet to mark it. He might have stepped out of bounds. Yeah, scratch that. I think he stepped out of bounds when he was trying to get that corner. Oh, never mind, a flag. Holding. Sorry, I must have totally missed the flag there. Yeah, holding there will push back the Arabians. Repeat 2nd down, though. It's now going to be a 2nd and 14. Solid run by Reese Reddington. Unfortunately, just that one will be taken back. So 2nd and 14 after the holding call out of the Arabians. 3:06 left to play in the 4th quarter. Colton Frank, shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers near side. Get yet another carry here out of the Arabians up the middle. A solid juke here, but still going to be brought down by the ankles. That was Jax Flynn with the run.
Flynn. Little wrestler there. I bet you didn't know that.
It'll be a gain of 5 yards on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and long.
Nice little run by the wrestler, moving his feet. Didn't even look like him out there.
So 3rd and 9 now after the carry. Ball on the Arabians 33. Frank, shotgun, trips out left. Carry here up the middle. That's going backwards. Nice job by the Shelbyville defensive line. Picking up on the run. Bringing it back. That was Flynn yet again on the run, but Brandon Schultz was all over that. 4th and 12. Arabians, of course, will send out the punting unit. Wes Kupfer once again out there to punt it away, and then back there to return. That is Axel Conover, the senior.
Another shift.
Yeah, they've been doing this, I think, really every punt. I think it might just be, keep that defense guessing. Don't let them do much. This one will be punted away. A nice punt.
Nice punt.
See if we can get a good bounce. It will be called a fair catch. Fielded around that 35-yard line, and that's where Shelbyville will take over. Minute 30 left to play in the 4th. if you're Shelbyville, I think you air it out. Maybe make the score look not as bad as this game was. At least try to get some points on the board, some hope. But obviously, minute 30, you're down by 4 scores. It's pretty much again locked away. I said it was 6 minutes left, and now with a minute 30 left, it's really, really, really locked away. Chapelot, though, will line up here shotgun. It is a tight formation, so we might see a run here on first down. Donovan Martin back there.
No.
Chapelot looks to throw, fires over the middle, and it's tipped up in the air and incomplete. It's intended there to Axel Conover. Conover, nice job tipping that ball. Say he did, and it could have been picked off, but because he tipped that one in the air, flew over the head of the safety. As Grant Ellis with the breakup. 2nd and 10. Shelbyville Golden Bears. Minute 26 left to play. Pendleton Knights with the lead, 28-0. Chapelot looks back to throw, fires deep, left sideline, overthrown, incomplete. Intended receiver there, Grant Sheen. Got a penalty marker here. This is in the secondary. This might be a PI, pass interference. Again, it's on that 35-yard line. That's where the flag is, and that's where that ball was really targeted. Yep, pass interference here against the Arabians, so that's going to be a spot foul. Push Shelbyville all the way down inside Pendleton Heights territory. Automatic first down. Ball will be on the 40-yard line, do you believe? No, it won't be a spot foul. Sorry about that. Professional rules. High school will just be 15 yards, 1st and 10. Still in Arabian territory, though. Ball on the 48. Chapelot, shotgun, spread formation. He'll look back to throw. Steps up. Tries to dump it off to his running back, Donovan Martin, but that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 now.
Both O-lines here starting to falter a little bit. You're seeing a lot of of the opposing team in the backfield on both sides. So not sure what that's about, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, as you mentioned, Shelbyville and their offensive line, they've given up quite a bit of pressure, but it's been a nice job by Chapelot evading the pressure, getting out of a lot of sacks. Because you got to remember, I think Pendleton Heights has, only 2 or 3 sacks tonight, and considering how much pressure they've been putting on Chapelot, I think he's done a good job, moving around, escaping it, and making something out of nothing. This is a deep throw here on 2nd down to that far side of the field. It'll fall incomplete, so 3rd and 10 now. Chapelot, stay in that same formation. He'll look back to throw on 3rd down. Steps up once more, takes it himself. He'll have a first and a bit more. Arabian fans want a holding. But
he might be single-handedly keeping them in this game. He's starting to ball out a little bit. 45 seconds left on the clock, so not sure if,
Bit too late.
But he has really started to turn it on.
Yeah. 1st and 10, ball on the Arabians' 34-yard line. Now just 30 seconds to play in this one. Shelbyville might have a play, might get a play off. That is, if they can stop the clock. But say they keep this clock moving, this might just do it, this final play. Chapelot looks to throw, fires, finds his man. It'll caught, still on his feet. Tackled by the ankles there. Looks like he is going to still be in bounds there. So,
but timeout.
Maybe he was out. Well, 1st down. Got to move the sticks. So.
Yes.
Clock will stop here for a second. That was Westcuffer with the tackle. All right. Now just 5 seconds to play. Chapelot will get one last play in here. He'll look back to throw. Fires. In zone. Incomplete. I do believe. Nope. Touchdown.
Gosh.
Touchdown. That kind of hurts.
That's frustrating for sure.
Shelbyville getting the touchdown on the last play of the game. Pendleton Heights was this close to pitching their 4th shutout of the game. And unfortunately, just that last score there, which pretty much means nothing still. Doesn't look too good on the stat sheet. And, yeah, that definitely stings for the Arabians' defense, especially the starters who I'm sure are really on the bench or on the sideline at this point. They were just that close. And, of course, they still got to kick this extra point here.
4 shutouts in a season. Have we ever done that?
I'm not sure.
We need to look at the record books.
Probably not.
I don't. I mean,
I don't know if we've really done 3. That was probably nearly tying a record.
4 shut.
This extra point, I think, they might have went for 2, or they might have just missed. I don't know, but final score 28-6. Pendleton High